movement.
Sure. Shouldn't be too hard. And then he goes about doing the thing.
Roll me a perception with advantage.
His binoculars. And I'm assuming I don't have guidance from anyone around here. I click on the right one.
Yeah,
Yes.
no guidance from me.
You would actually.
Oh, really? You want to have guidance?
Yeah, she does.
Oh.
Think she's just giving away a free D4 on all her skills? You think this is amateur hour?
Honestly, yeah, I did think she does. I think she just has a D4. She's a prodigy, after all. But yeah, a 37, 40 something.
Ooh.
Okay.
So as you're looking around for pathways, you hear her call out. 2 glyphs of warding, 17th floor. Activated wall of force, 9th floor stairway well. They're blocked off pretty good. Alarms on them. Even if we dispel them, they would know and be tracked. She starts going forward. We'd have approximately 36 seconds to make it from the 9th to the 12th floor. Can make it, but could the rest of you?
It wouldn't be impossible, but it'd definitely be a challenge to say the least. And probably would be the one lagging behind.
We escape. Unlikely. If we're going in, we're gonna go in loud, it seems. We'll have to have a ground level distraction. As you look around, you see along this tower, the bottom 5 floors have traditional buildings, but the top goes into like a dome, not dome, like elongated dome-like structure that's meant specifically to stop like spider climbing or any sort of ease of access from it.
Right, it's basically slick.
Correct. But as you look around, you do notice that one of the other buildings near the Echo Tower does come approximately 150 feet from within range of the hover ship that is chained to the top of the tower.
Yeah. I think would ask, what are those ships usually made of?
I believe they're all wood, but I haven't seen the specs on all of them. Should be in order to hold the magic inside of them. Metal doesn't carry as good when you have to warp it after.
Well, with a bit of a running start, we can maybe UT onto the bottom part of it. Or at least a major wood chunk. That'll get us a good bit of the way up.
We could probably time it with an illusion, so it doesn't even look like we entered. We just have to cover the sound of the implantation into the bottom. And then hold on long enough till we can exit to the top layer. There's just one ward on the top that blocks it out, but it can be dispelled ahead of time. That looks to be our entrance. She looks around, tactically appraising the situation. You've changed.
Can I grow with the times, more or less?
No. Something changed inside of you. You don't have to tell me. I am still technically your enemy.
Yeah, he's comfortable with the silence on that one because he doesn't want to tell her.
As she pulls her visor down to cover her eyes once more. It looks good on you.
Is that supposed to be taken as a compliment?
If you need it, take it. I don't want you to fail in your mission. As a matter of fact, I am banking on your success.
It doesn't have any competent response.
Down as she catches something in her peripheral before turning her head. We're only as enemies as much as you let us be. Certain things have to happen, and I've accepted that. Once you get to the same point, let's speak again.
Sure, I'll keep it in mind. It sounds sarcastic, but she's probably smart enough to pick up that somewhere deep down it's like he will genuinely keep it in mind. She's too analyzing not to pick up on that. Where are you seeing all these random dudes?
As she stands up, she points over. Our groups made contact.
It took enough time.
As Caster's group begins to go through these alleyways, in through the back of these buildings, through these slums, where all the destitute sit. Jericho, roll me a stealth.
Understood. I believe... Rebby and Dimlight.
Absolutely.
Okay. And do you want to roll the GM?
Here you go. I will set the DC for you.
Okay. Okay.
Damn.
You see that?
I do. As you see... Oh my gosh, what was the group?
I believe it was...
That's okay, that's what I thought. Caster,
Okay.
Uriah, and Quinn. As you see Quentin coming through, he's eyeing everyone down. He's like, yo, spring. I don't think this is what we're gonna look for. If anything, all you're gonna do is get fleeced down here. You hear the robotic voice of Uriah. This isn't the spot we were supposed to be exploring. No. But I think it's where he'll be.
And what is the spot that they have picked that they suppose Jericho's gonna be at?
Where in the slums would you be?
Slums. Desperate people. Recruitment drive.
Well, since you are so stealth, how do you hide from them as they make their way through?
Can you describe the sort of pathway they're walking along?
Absolutely. It's down this L-shaped alley that
Mhm.
almost has a cul-de-sac at the angle. That opens up and is sort of tented off in different ways. Many people have their mats laid along the streets as there's grates from where the warm water underneath does give off some warm air.
Mhm.
The region isn't mountainous because it's so dug deep down. That way the buildings can be so much higher without crossing over the firmament barrier.
Mhm.
But as such, it can get quite chilly for those who are not prepared for it. This keeps them somewhat warm. As you see, there are multiple little small alleys between the cracks of all the buildings that run along this area in this more impoverished part of the town.
Perfect. I think in that case, using those very tight alleyways, he's using his spider climb to stay above uh, eye level, which Black Watchmen look up, but maybe they're not expecting to. Um, but yeah, he's essentially skulking these alleyways, following alongside them, trying to overhear them as he spider climbs along these walls. Probably at several points when there's, let's say, like a building that doesn't connect to uh, the path, the alleyway that runs alongside them, he'll just give a quick hop and flip 180 degrees to put his feet on the other side and walk along the building that way.
As you walk along hearing, you hear Caster say, if I had to bet on him being anywhere in this place, it would be right here. Because I imagine this is what he feels like. You hear Quentin say, feels poor? No. He got here out of love. He wanted to protect all of those around him, and it cost him everything. Now that vengeance eats at his heart, he's left with only destitution and desperation. I imagine this kinship with those here. You see
I.
Quentin sort of look back at Uriah like, okay.
Oh, perfect. Well, I was gonna insight check Quentin to see if he's buying into that, but that answers that question.
You should roll it.
Okay. Don't think. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
It's rolled.
As he says that, you see him turn back, but his posture changes. Castor and Quentin have something in common. They are both half-elf. They do experience the world differently. And as much as he wants to play it off, to not seem like it, he gets what he said.
Okay. I think for now Jericho will keep following along, seeing what they intend to do here, and see if he can overhear who else is in town.
Absolutely. Roll me another stealth as you follow.
Okay. And yeah, I'm not gonna hide this to GM. You don't typically do that.
My god, it's so good. Roll me a perception.
Okay. Oof.
Interesting.
Oh no.
Whew. So this is an interesting part. You both failed your perception, but both passed your stealth.
It's gonna be like a Tom and Jerry thing where like we're both moving backwards sneakily. We both bump into each other. We turn around. Oh, you're right there.
Roll me insight.
Gladly.
The DC is 24. Roll.
Oh. Light's favor.
Wait a second. Aha. As you both pause for a second, you notice him stop as he sort of looks up, and you glance for a second as you notice Quentin doesn't see him stopping and bumps into him, but passes right through him.
Oh. That's caster. Oh, divine sense. Let's see. Do we have anything for this? He's not below half his HP. Or he's not below his max HP. But I think once he sees that, I assume it's caster he's moving through, right?
Correct. As you look around, you notice standing at the top of one of these buildings, looking around, is the true form of cast.
Mm-hmm. And the other two are down there still.
Correct.
Do they seem to realize that they are not with false caster? Or that they're with fake caster?
They do now.
Yeah, I just walked through.
But I will say that your stealth still holds and he doesn't see you.
Well,
but I will go with this.
Yeah.
You hear him call out, Jericho, you don't have to hide.
He'll slink his way up onto. You say he's on a rooftop?
Correct. He sits down and even takes his helmet off.
As soon as he starts to do that, Jericho, who would have at this point slunk up to the rooftop behind him, will announce his presence with a, I wouldn't recommend that, Cass. The city smells like shit.
And any vampire could have at my neck right now. The city feels sad.
That's why they have so many lights. Try to make it look happy.
Like everyone's moving to the next hit. Try to keep themselves above water.
It's a good time to not need to breathe. You'll never drown that way. Who else is here? Has he turned around by this point?
He hasn't.
Smart.
Your brothers came, of course.
I still have brothers.
He pauses for a second. Lucian was injured pretty badly and couldn't make it. Couldn't save Gregor.
Leona killed him. Right.
No. No, he asked Clint to put him down.
Jericho had sensed the sort of coming of Rigalda at some point, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds like I missed a lot then.
Carolyn buried what little remains we could call his next to what should have been their child.
Where?
Lake Mary.
Of course.
But a sun scorched down and reduced the city to ash. And the dark thing of the lake woke up. And sin came upon the city.
Reckon you think I should have been there?
I don't know if you should have been there. But I'm always happier to have you near.
You said Clint and Bradford are here. Greg's dead, Lucian's wounded. Who else?
He looks down. Obviously Quentin. And Leona as well.
She's here. Not just sending her puppets, wearing my friends' voices.
He pauses for a second. As much as animosity as I once felt towards her, cannot lie about the feeling she still has towards me.
That complicates things.
He takes out a small drink and pours it into a little glass vial he has. And then a little bit into a second one and sets it next to him. Isn't it all? I used to think we were so different. That she was the enemy, and we We're the good ones, making this world right. Really, very few bad people in this world. Everyone just has a different vision of how it should go.
You're not gonna try to preach to me that Solomon doesn't deserve to die, are you?
For all the people he's hurt, he deserves it 1,000 times over. But you don't deserve the pain it's going to cause you to have to do it.
It wouldn't be pain, it would be catharsis. It would be retribution. Many years in the making.
Do you remember our promise?
You and your fucking promise. Don't you realize what's at stake here? He needs to die. And it needs to be me. That's my promise.
He takes a sip of the drink.
Does Jericho recognize it?
Looks to be some type of lemongrass tea.
Okay, so not the same concoction that we had to drink before Salazar.
Correct.
You and the others are here to stop me.
I just want my brother back. We've lost too many.
I can't stop now. For the sake of the mother that bore me, and the father that raised me. For the innocents lost. Both mine and the ones here. Solomon needs to die. And after that, I'll do things differently. Better. That's why I joined the Watch.
Will you tell that to the mountain of corpses you'll sit on? With your great intentions?
They won't hear me where they're going. It's deafening there.
He pauses for a second. What if I told you there was another way?
I'd ask another way for what?
Another way that we can end this. All of it.
What's this, Cass?
He stands up.
Careful now.
He holds both hands over the ledge. That we could end all this dark. And that it's not so far away.
At
There's a
what
time.
cost?
He pauses as you say that. There's a time that you said any cost was worth it.
I said that. But I was the one paying it in my mind. You never said anything of the sort.
We'll all pay the cost. But our children won't have to.
Sounds too good to be true.
He sort of chuckles at that and wipes at his eyes. That's because the cost is heavy.
You're crying again, Cass.
I told you I would be the tears you couldn't shed.
I don't have anything to cry about anymore. So dry your bloody eyes. And stop trying to fight me.
I think he's going to try to sneak away. Roll a stealth check.
Roll it. How close do you get to him?
5 feet. Directly behind him, getting closer over the course of the conversation.
As you take a step away, you hear the deliberate shift of his hand on his blade.